The power of public buildings to influence the lives of those who live and work among them cannot be exaggerated. We should never underestimate human need for beautiful spaces or people's ability to value commodity, firmness, and delight in their urban surroundings. Students basking on the lawns outside the university, the museum's secretaries and doormen and chattering flocks of children, all entering a civic centre set among green spaces, gardens and trees, from the terraced streets and farther suburbs of the city where they live, can claim great buildings as their own for a few hours, but they will continue to inhabit them and be inhabited by them all their lives. By the time I was 10 years old, I was entranced by Cardiff's Civic Centre. Its enticing pathways, lawns and trees, its buildings as white as the treasure stones, Penarth alabaster, found on the beach nearby. Inside the white palaces were marble halls, curving staircases, statues, lofty spaces where I felt part of a fairy story. It was another country, and it was mine. Later, as a new student at the university, I ran up the staircase into the marble hall, past statues of Welsh heroes, to dance to the music of John Dankworth and Cleo Lane. A garden, a rose-coloured road, white stone, a magic city gleaming among gardens, a perspective of luminous palaces leading through avenues of trees. I possessed it, and it possessed me. The daily walk to college took me up the rose-red avenue of elms and through the white stone portal into the cool entrance hall of University College. I remember meeting my tutor to discuss my Spencer essay at a window seat in the half-light of the main hall. Cardiff's Civic Centre, arguably the finest in the British Isles, was designed by the firm of Lanchester, Stewart and Rickards, who went on to create the equally magnificent Methodist Central Hall in Westminster. It was built from the wealth produced by coal and its transportation from what had become the biggest coal dock in the world. Our Civic Centre is a heartfelt testament to the toil and sacrifices of generations. It was their work that brought unprecedented prosperity to this corner of Wales, black gold, white city, and it is ours. A celebration of everything that makes collective effort and individual sacrifice the ultimate expressions of human endeavour. Architect. Such a tonnage of Portland stone, shipped to a coal town as the century turned. Luminous, Jurassic, pure as stacked ice, and marble from Siena unloaded in the dirt beside the black, black coal that paid for it. Oh, to have been there 100 years ago. Law courts and City Hall complete, flanking an avenue of sapling elms among those 60 empty parkland acres, there at the birth of a city. To have stood that night with the young architect, self-taught, flamboyant, garrulous, in love with the high Edwardian Baroque. To have shared his grand romantic gesture, bringing a friend to view his work by moonlight. To see his buildings carved from ice, the clock tower's pinnacle, the clock counting its first hours towards us. When moonlight through long windows of the marble hall cast pages yet to be written.